Hey again, it's Travis with Fast Track lesson number 3. And today we're talking about how to have a perfect day by using our Bulletproof Shield. This is an award-winning program, and a lot of those awards came because people used the Bulletproof Shield to change their life. And these are simple components, but man, do they work so well. So our first component of the Bulletproof Shield is water. You got to drink your water. You're like, did I sign up for this program to learn to drink water? No, no, no. This is one component of the Bulletproof Shield. The Bulletproof Shield was inspired because of the spiritual armor that the Bible speaks of. Hey, I figured if the spiritual armor was helpful at quenching the fiery darts of the wicked one, that a bulletproof shield would help us quench the fiery darts of that old diet devil. So I put together a list of components that are practical, sustainable, and fun to do so that if one would follow these components on a daily basis, they would be having what we call a perfect day. And then after 2 perfect days, you could shift into efficient fat burning mode, lock it down, and rip off the knob. So water was a component, again, inspired by the spiritual armor that the Bible speaks of, and that being the helmet of salvation, the shield of faith, the breastplate of righteousness, the loins girt with the truth, the feet shod with the preparation of the gospel, and of course we need the sword of the Spirit. But that was what was the inspiration for this. And I started with what is one of the most important, and that's you got to drink your water. You're made of 2/3 water. You have to have water for every bodily function. And if you're trying to lose body fat, if you want to slow down your fat loss while you're putting all this effort in, don't be hydrated properly. I mean, if you're dehydrated, those chemical conversations that are needed to go on inside of our bodies won't go on properly inside of our bodies. You need your water. It's essential for efficient fat loss. I've got to say each and every day, water in, fat out. Let me say that again. Water in, fat out. And also, if you're not getting the water in, then you're not going to get the waste out. And if the waste isn't coming out, then the weight's not going to come off efficiently. Your water helps you remain hydrated, helps you eliminate waste, helps you eliminate toxins, and just keeps everything moving better and more in balance. Got to drink your water. For those that say, I just don't like water, well, I want to talk you into liking water. It's kind of like, me getting in the shower and I wash the largest organ of my body. I wash my skin and I turn on the hot water, and then I now even do the cold stuff now. I love that. That's a whole nother lesson. But I'll turn on the water, get it getting hot, get in there and shower my skin. And I'm not pouring coffee on my skin. I'm not washing with coffee. Would you get in the shower and turn on the Diet Coke and wash your largest organ? You wouldn't do that. So why are we washing our internal organs with all this junk? We need to wash our internal organs with that good, clean water. So you're made of mostly water. So let's clean out with water. That helps detoxify the liver so the liver can focus more on efficient fat loss. So just think about it a little bit. You've got to have water. When you're working out and you get all sweaty and dehydrated, nothing satiates you like water because you got to have it. Did you know this fun fact? The earth is made of 2/3 water. 2/3 of our earth, planet Earth, is water. And the Bible talks about our bodies, the temple of God, talks about our bodies as being earthen vessels. And we also, like the earth that the flesh comes from, made of 2/3 water. Now, if you just won't drink water, we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So we can look at other things that will hydrate you that might not be as ideal, like maybe Crystal Light. I don't want you to do that. I want you to work towards water. Or this cleaner drink that I found that's a good water replacement. It's called Splash H2O. I get that from the wellness company. And then people will also ask, what kind of water? Should it be spring water? Should it be Pellegrino, some sparkling water? What kind of water should it be? Just wet water? Just get your wet water in. That's all I'm caring about at this stage of our lifestyle change. I don't want to overcomplicate it. Certainly, alkaline's better. I even got one here. If you can see that this is one I got, 9.5 pH. This is alkaline water. I drink it. You just hydrate better with something that's not acidic. But I don't care if it's tap water, which is acidic. When you're getting started here, we've got one goal in mind. That's to stop the bleeding. Start getting that weight off. Start getting our minds right. We can take the deeper dive into down the holistic path later. I just want you to get your water, okay? It's going to improve your kidney function. It's going to prevent fatigue. You're going to be more satiated. It helps prevent depression. It helps prevent headaches. Water does, it's like a miracle. And it's almost free if you get it out of the tap. So come go with me and be a water drinker. That's the component number one of our Bulletproof Shield, and everybody can do that. Why did I put water number one on the Bulletproof Shield on our way to having a perfect day and getting into EFB? Because if we're not ready to drink water, think about this with me now. I'm not trying to be too harsh on you. If you're not, if I'm working with a client and they're going to be resistant about drinking water, then, oh, I know they're not ready to lose weight. They haven't really made up their mind. If we're going to take that molehill and turn it into a mountain, we got to go back before we even start the program and work on our why. Why is it that we're trying to change? What are going to be the outcomes and benefits that we're after? Because drinking your water, that should be easy, and you don't have to drink a lot. You know what the goal is in order to fulfill this requirement? Just a half a gallon. We don't use any of them big formulas. We don't do that. We just make it simple around here. The minimum amount of water that I need you to drink daily is only 64 ounces. That's not much at all. If you had a mind to, you could get that in first thing in the morning, but we don't have to drink it all at one time. We can drink it slowly throughout the day, and it's very easy to get a half a gallon of water. Now, I'd like for you to work up to 1 gallon of water a day. Now, for some, that may seem a little more taxing until you get used to it, but that's our optimal point. That getting in a gallon of water. There's even a fancy formula that we have here that's different than the one you see on the internet, and that is that you need an ounce of water for every pound of lean living tissue. In other words, if you did an assessment with us and you take all the body fat off the body, what remains, that's your lean living tissue. And let's say that you're 110 pounds. Then I'd want you to get 110 pounds lean. I'd want you to get 110 ounces of water, just wet water. All right. So it's not that hard. Just get the mind right. Let's get in 64 ounces up to 1 gallon of water a day. It sure does help too when you're feeling hungry. One of the tricks I'll do often, because of the way I live and eat now, I might go in the grocery store just a little hungry, not hangry. I don't get hangry anymore. I deal with enough hangry people, but I might be a little hungry, and you tend to buy, well, I'll drink my water before I go in the grocery store because I fill up my stomach and I'm not as hungry. A lot of times when you think you're hungry, you're really just dehydrated. So let me just offer this up and we'll close this video out. I want you to start today, even if you don't know all of the other components to the Bulletproof Shield. I want you to get started drinking your water. Drink a half a gallon up to 1 gallon of water a day. And believe it or not, if you buy into the Bulletproof Shield and you give me 7 days of doing it, you can lose 7 pounds, up to 7 pounds in only 7 days. I look forward to seeing you in Fast Track Lesson 4.